Another episode of the KBC Hoops Podcast. What I've found from you guys is you all are just your impact on the game. You have to do what's best for the game as a whole, and that's in every conversation I've ever had with you all. It actually, you might or Chris Lofton, but that's not even the point.
Exactly.
The point is the game as a whole, overall, and it's an interesting dynamic that sometimes Marcellus and I go through as well, where you have to make decisions that might not be popular based on the good of the game and not just this one specific instance, this time. But talk about like that responsibility again when you because officiating, the way that you all decide to call the game will change the way that kids work out, change the way that coaches coach. Like, it is such a major impact on the game, and you've seen it. Like, big men have kind of went away to an extent, and the changes in different things. Talk about that responsibility. And do you guys talk about that? And do you understand the impact and all that stuff? I'm sure you do, but I just want to at least throw that out there.
Yeah, we do, and it's exactly what Mike hit on was that pregame. We talk about it, and that's the first opportunity to get on page and understand. If I may ask Mike, have you had this team yet this year? Have you had anybody? What can you tell us about the team? Do they set elevator screens? They set baseline screens. Like, what do they like to do? Do they pick and pop? Are they aggressive? What do they have a big? Are they guard dominated? Like, what do they like to do? So try to get as much information as we can to go into it. And then we know who the better players are. We know what to look for. And we are cautious when we hit our whistle, because every time we hit it, one, the game stops. Two, we never have good news.
I like
when we hit the whistle. So, yeah, there's a lot of subjectivity out there. Yeah. And there is, like, when I first started, I thought I'm going to be a great official because I know what a foul is and I know what a travel is. But it is so beyond just, play calling is important, right? But but it's game management. And you're just there to facilitate the games and the rules that are written, and there's a lot more to it than just calling fouls and violations.
You and Hunter and some guys have had to really explain to me, Tom, you actually don't want the game called the way you think you want the game called. Another episode of the KBC Hoops Podcast.